Metro City, a well-known crime capital, has been ruled by violence and death for many years, a fact which the newly elected mayor and former street fighter Mike Hagar plans to change. At the center of the problem is the huge gang known as Mad Gear. Mad Gear controls all of the major criminal activity in the city. When they learned of Hagar's plans, they took immediate action to bring this new mayor under their control, sometime in the 1990s. Hello? Mike Hagar here. He, Mr. Hagar. So pleased to make your acquaintance. I believe you know who I am. Don't hang up. We have a little business proposition for you. Your daughter for your cooperation, and we'll throw in the regular monthly bonus to your salary we offered before. What? What's happened to Jessica? Who is this? Not so fast, Mike. Turn on your TV. You fiend! What have you done to her? Nothing yet, but we will if you don't cooperate. Listen to reason. Why make your job difficult? Just let us do as we please like the mayor before you did. What? Jessica was kidnapped? The Mad Gears must pay!
Enter the slum, where the impoverished live in the squalor they created, and the preferred form of justice and economic equity are my fists and hospital bills that all will be receiving. My first victims are an unlucky car enthusiast, a bouncer from a bar, and a bald misogynist. My apologies to Simon, because apparently his family will go hungry unless they too want some knuckle sandwiches. Two P is an amnesiac, and apparently everyone else is too, because they keep forgetting I kicked their butts. Either that, or they're clones. I haven't decided yet. Axel probably wishes he had a gun. I'll just leave him some roses on his grave. Down, down to Goblin Town, down, down to Goblin Town. Jay is known for being a toxic vegan. Here we are introduced to the Headbutt Corps. First, we have G. Oriber, whose first name is Graham, likely because he is a cracker, and Wong Hu, of which we'll need a doctor because he is at risk for diabetes. Cody enjoys fine dining in the form of street food from a Michelin star tire. Slash probably wishes he had a knife. Thrasher's the bastard who kidnapped Jessica, so we're going to beat the strawberry sundae out of him. Thrasher is a coward who relies on his henchmen, like Sid, who isn't nearly as vicious as his idol Billy. Thrasher might have a neurological condition because he is constantly laughing without a joke. Breaking news, Hollywood is on fire. Elgato gets the horns, or rather, a knife to the gut. Eat my jeans, Thrasher. The slum is a cleaner place now. As we all know, the subway is either infested with rats or criminals, so we'll tread lightly. People are always losing their diamonds in the underground. And their cursed blades. Muramasa demands sacrifice. Or not. Andore is a giant potato. I've only been on a light rail, so viewers, if you've been on a subway, what's the weirdest experience you've had? Have you ever had a fight on a subway? Billy and Sid, they be stepping on my pizza. No respect. The butt slam shank combo is crazy. I know of a poem about subways. It goes like this. A subway rat made eye contact with me and said join us. When the train comes, we slide under the tracks, and we feel it rumble over us like a warm thunderstorm. We live forever, and we love to live. I said no thank you. I am too large. He turned away from me. I cried. The director of Final Fight, Yoshiyuki Okamoto, has mentioned in interviews that he was inspired by other arcade hits like Double Dragon 2 and movies like Streets of Fire. I've never seen Streets of Fire, but after playing this, I'm willing to give it a watch. I'll also be playing Super Double Dragon later as part of the Top 100. Back, you fiends! Back, I said! Slash, it's nice to meet you. In this corner, standing at 6 foot 10 inches and weighing 237 pounds, is Katana, the American Weeb. He's a bit of a cheat because he wields friggin' katanas in the ring. More powerful than his Masamune blade is his annoying Naruto run attack. He gets me with it so often. Cody is depicted as a rough and ready brawler, but he's worse than me. He only knows like 4 techniques: punch, jump kick, throw, and his bleeding crack kick. In Japan, katana means single-edged blade, and instead he's called Sodom there, which means he's a pain in my butt. It seems he's a more formidable foe without his two swords, which is ironic that he makes a big deal to get them back. According to canon, Guy, a ninja from the arcade version, defeats Sodom. Sodom finds this to be an honorable thing because Guy is Japanese. Without Guy in the port for the Super Nintendo though, he has to settle for Cody, an American like him. When Katana knocks Cody out, does he send him back in a subway car back to the beginning of the level? If I had a yen coin, for every time I beat Katana, I'd have 1 yen. I hope this one is lucky. Ceci n'a pas un pipe. But it will knock some heads in. No block is capable of defending against my fists. Billy and Sid were only included in the port because people weren't comfortable fighting women in 1991. Less than a year later, the true sequel to Street Fighter introduced Chun-Li to the Super Nintendo. In Japan, they justified that Poison and Roxy, the original fighters, were just men who were discovering their new half. I suppose the US at the time weren't ready to talk about transgenderism in the 90s, but by including Billy and Sid in the port, they possibly provided a headcanon glimpse of Poison and Roxy before their transition. can't believe that the most dangerous technique my enemies have is running towards me. Cody loves canned meat. If Cody could just hold on to his knife, he'd have an easier time getting through the city. The Super Nintendo port had to cut out a few features of the arcade original. They had to remove a playable character, a whole stage, and worst of all, the co-op mode. That alone removes half the fun. I could forgive less choice in the roster. I would probably never notice there was a missing area, but not being able to travel through Metro City with a partner makes the game feel lonely. If Katana understood Japanese honor, he'd commit seppuku right here in front of his adoring fans. Cody's favorite pastimes include beating on Japanophiles and Japanese cars. Now we enter the West Side, also known as the Red Light District of Metro City. There's no women here, but I am surrounded by men willing to beat me. Choke me harder, Andore. Cody never learned how to open a door. He destroys every door he happens upon. At last, we meet the final member of the Headbutt Trio, Bill Bull. Rumor has it, he likes to drink, so it only makes sense we find him at the local watering hole. He's based off the late, great amusement industry Hall of Famer Bill Cravens. Cool that they included him in the game, but if you ask me, they did him dirty on the characterization. Some of you may wonder why I'm only selecting Cody. It was brought to my attention that after rescuing Jessica, their relationship turned sour and they no longer dated. So for Cody, this is kind of a pointless endeavor, punctuating the suffering I am experiencing and the fact that I won't complete this game today. At least Hagar gets his daughter back, but like Cody, I too do not get my time back. The only tail Cody is getting is from Andore's aerial butt slam. Elgato is just showing off with that parabolic stab maneuver. That's uncalled for. I appreciate the onlookers in the bar. I would think they'd be having a great time. Imagine some random dude busts through the door and proceeds to fight off a bunch of gang members. I'd be cheering. The Andore clan is quite prolific. You can argue limitation, but I'd say someone was a little too proud of what they thought was a clever pastiche of the late Andre the Giant. At least Hugo made a name for himself later as a Street Fighter character, so good for him. Although a strange spin-off, Final Fight makes for an interesting shared universe with Street Fighter. I wonder if it could be interesting for other Street Fighter characters to have a world tour revamp of this beat-em-up style game. Like Cammy going on sleek spy missions, or Akuma stomping through waves of fighters. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. I guess that was the rooftop of the club. Everyone heard I beat geriatric Andore. Cheap shot, Wong Hu. What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? It looks like I'm at my end here. This may be my final fight. Rating time. Story, we'll give it a 1 for being a simple damsel in distress revenge story. Graphics, 1 for a boring dilapidated city and melty looking faces. Gameplay, we'll give it a 1 for lack of a block technique and inconsistent difficulty. Music, we'll give it a 1.5. The music was fine, Thrasher's laugh was not. The fun factor, a 1. Lack of co-op and slow combat despite lightning fast punches. In total, that's a 5.5 out of 10. Thanks for taking a look at Final Fight with me. We'll see how it holds up against the next game.